Is everything sorted at the ribs?
Affirmative, sir. All squared away.
Copy that. Now, make your way back and keep them untouched.
Huber.
Yo.
You finally got a chance to play some Stalker 2.
Yeah, I played it at Gamescom a little bit,
Yeah.
and then now a much larger hands-on. I played the same little chunk, the prologue chunk from Gamescom, but then I got to play the other chapter after that.
Nice. Yeah, because it was like, what, 3-ish hours or something
Yeah.
you were there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Stalker is one of those things that's eluded me. This, literally may be, the longest wishlisted thing I have on Steam. Because, as soon as I was, first, getting back into PC gaming.
Yeah.
And, thinking about, okay, what are all the things I need to play? And it's okay, I gotta, I'll play Witcher, and I'll play Half-Life, and, and I put Stalker on that list, and, I never got around to Stalker. And now they're doing re-releases, and they're finally doing Stalker 2.
Yes.
But, yeah, tell us about what this is like. I played some Metro.
Yeah, so Metro, the difference with Metro and Stalker is a little more slower paced, tactical, a little more survival-y. Metro leans a little bit more to the action side. But I highly recommend this documentary that the team released. When I went to the event, they showed us a little bit of this documentary.
Yeah, it's a full 90-minute movie, so just be ready.
Yes,
Yeah.
This is a Ukrainian team that first dealt with COVID and then a full-on invasion. And this documentary not only shows the history of this franchise a little bit and how important Stalker 1 was, but just how intense the process of making this game was. They showed us 30 minutes and I was like, I'm gonna watch all of that. It was really well done and puts everything into context that I think gets lost sometimes of just what's the next game? What's the next game? Is it a 10 or a 3? Is it and just, it's nice to tap into the human element of art, of this industry, of video games. So highly recommend that documentary. Put everything in context.
Yeah, and these guys have constantly been oh, sorry, we're having a delay. And it's you have literal bombs dropping.
Yeah.
It's we can understand a delay
Just
now and then. Yeah,
wild for sure. But to the game, played the demo again from Gamescom. You can check out that Gamescom coverage as well. I talked about it there. But Stalker is a challenging game. It's intense. There are waypoints and stuff. Basically, the premise is, this zone around Chornobyl and the surrounding areas, heavily irradiated. There's, monsters and different things roaming around. So it's kind of this post-apocalyptic vibe. And it starts out with your character talking about how this weird artifact kind of destroyed their house. And now they're going into this zone to kind of figure out what the device is and basically just do research.
Okay.
Is kind of the early premise of the game is figuring things out, doing research. You'll find this device that you have to take to different spots to, get different weather patterns and whatnot. So there's just a lot of exploration early on, and anytime an enemy pops up, blood, it is life or death. It is intense because there are human enemies that will just shoot at you and take you out real quick. Died a lot in this game for sure. Even in this demo, I died 7, 8, 9 times. And there are also the monsters. And, for example, one of these monsters is just some predator cloaked enemy running around, fully invisible, comes up to you, swipes at you, decloaks, swipes at you, runs off. It's out of control, blood. I'm mostly running in this game and hiding.
So with that, what is your counter to that? Do you have traps and stuff that you lay down in addition to guns, or?
I didn't have any traps, but I did have my trusty shotgun.
Okay.
Yes. Again, survival type game. You have weight limits, which are very generous. Don't be concerned. Don't be alarmed. There's weight limits. There's durability on the weapons, which is also fairly chill. Enemies drop weapons. You can pick them up, but they will have a little durability on them. There are side quests kind of scattered throughout. There's a main hub town as well that you can exchange, currency for, stock up. They'll give you additional side quests.
Is there anything with that durability? Like, how do you kind of like bring that back up? Is there
I think I didn't get to mess with it, but I think you can find someone in town that can like repair weapons. I was mostly just taking a gun, using it, dropping it, getting another one. There was a lot of that. Like ammo is.
Did you see anything where like you would like saw off the shotgun or anything like that? Any kind of modifying?
Nothing like that, but you need to like empty the bullets from the guns when they're on the ground. It'll be like unload, take the bullets with you, leave the gun.
Got it.
So like resources are you're not fully dry all the time, but it's one of those games where you always need to be mindful.
What about like reloading?
Reloading takes a while.
Okay.
And you don't want to leave a full gun on the ground. You want to take the ammo with you. Yeah. There's different armors you can get. I didn't really find that many. That stuff's pretty rare too. Some of the there's like these little just anomaly type things going on. It's a really crazy hostile environment. So like little anomalies will go on, and you have this device that can kind of like a metal detector type thing, and it'll beep and pick up a signal. And these things kind of like phase in and phase out and phase in. And if you grab them, it's like a little charm, and it'll give your character different stat boosts.
Okay.
They more radiation defense, little things like that.
Cool.
So there are dialogue choices. I don't know how much those affect the game really.
Just like, what is like a town hub? Does it have a good vibe and all of that?
Yeah, good vibe. People just kind of playing guitar, hanging out. Very depressing game, obviously. Bleak.
And you actually in this, you are fully immersed. You're going Ukrainian VO, right?
Oh yeah. And they encouraged it too.
Yeah.
When they started, they were like, "Yeah, we encourage, to really immerse yourself." It's that kind of game where it's just beautifully crafted. Like, it's a game where, I love that feeling in a game. I mean, it's even harder at a preview, and I still got the feeling of you're just so in it. You're thinking about like 20 different things. You're thinking about, wow, this game is gorgeous. Wow, this place is really dangerous. Wow, I'm going to go explore over there to like find some ammo, find supplies. Oh, there's the town over there. I can't wait to get over there. It's just like, you're thinking about so many things. You're so immersed that like all of a sudden an hour went by, 90 minutes went by. I'm like, wait, whoa, back to reality. So yeah, just really nice world building and atmosphere for sure.
Yeah.
And, combat encounters are really solid because they're just so lethal. But there were some times where I had to go into a base, stealth some people out, just classic stealth game things, blood, where, you're killing some guys and, someone will walk around the corner and kind of just look around for a little bit, instead of like really being frantic, kind of just like they slowly react to things, I felt like.
Okay.
And then just like a lot of like ducking and covering. If you get into a firefight in this game, it is not Wolfenstein. It is not Doom. I mean, you are peeking out, peeking in. You die so quickly. A few hits. So yeah, there's just a lot of peeking, a lot of ducking. Better get those headshots. So very intense. Blood. That was pretty much it. One of the missions was to go into this little cave thing to recover something for a guy, and down there, were just very hostile beasts and radiation. Another guy was like up in a windmill, fully freaked out, so he set up trip mines everywhere, so you had to like deactivate the trip mines. So just a really good atmosphere and just intense. I mean, this is an intense game. It's not going to be for everybody, but if you like your games atmospheric and uncompromising, Stalker 2 is the game for you. Felt pretty generous with saves too. I think you could save pretty much any time, out of
do a
combat.
little quick save.
Yeah,
so,
so,
that's good.
Yeah, but just
Especially in a stealth game. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, you can go a little too far with it and you can abuse it sometimes, but sometimes it's like, I don't want to just stand around and wait for this guy to walk past me 5 times because I messed something up just slightly.
Totally. When I was in that base, Blood, because it was a hostile environment, I think, I couldn't really quick save. And there was 1 or 2 times when I did die and had to go back, a minute or 2. So that is still there, but, anytime you're about to do something intense, just a little quick save and you're right there. So, yeah, love the map, just really cool maps. I can't wait for this game. And I think they did such a good job of having the documentary come out. I mean, they're doing everything they can to just get everybody on board. The documentary came out. This game has been re-released on Game Pass even.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're bringing that trilogy to, like, Switch even.
Yeah.
It's like,
everywhere. So, and I think even if you haven't played the original, because it is so, it's a little hard to get into. Obviously, older games for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, that's a question. Like, does it feel like it's picking up a story, or does it feel like it's just its own thing?
It feels like you can jump right in.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lore about the stalkers themselves, that'll just come as you play. I'm sure, if you've played the original to its fullest, you're coming in with the lore of the stalkers. It's like this group of intense, soldier type characters. So that'll all come as you go. I think you could easily hop in, no problem.
Sick.
And I'm a stickler for that stuff. And I really think you can just jump right in.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is out on PC and Xbox on November 20th. And it is on Game Pass day 1.
Boom.
So there you go.
Hop in. Cool melee weapon too, the knife. Love the knife. I also love a game where you can sprint better when you holster all your weapons. Always a fan of that. Also, when you come to town, you got to put your weapons away or they'll freak out.
Nice.
So just all that.
Don't go waving a gun around.
Exactly. All that just immersive stuff. This game is asking you to surrender and just commit yourself to it, and it will take you away.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Huber.
Yeah.
We are Easy Allies. Be sure to check out the Easy Allies podcast where we talk about games that we're playing and previewing and all that stuff, as well as headlines every week. And if you like what we're doing, please go to patreon.com/easyallies, because everything that we do is because of viewers just like yourself who chip in a few bucks to keep this happening. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.